Yes, Casanovians. All right, boys, we're going to try that again because I think the connection's a little bit funny over this side. So yeah, apologies if it cuts off prematurely. I've not even titled this live stream yet. I just want to try and get out the value before the stream decides to capitulate. But anyway, I was just saying the previous one that I tried to do, which is now lost into the ether of the internet. Back in London, I always feel a sense of sentimental, like just nice feelings when I come back here. This was really the catapulted me on my cold approach odyssey. This was the city that I would come to weekends, so either for content or for coaching or personal cold approach purposes. And yeah, it's always nice to be back here. I won't be here for a long time. I'm going to be doing coaching here, and then I go to Barcelona, and I've got more coaching expeditions which are happening in Spain, and a few different things in between that. And then I'll be finishing off the European jaunt in Stockholm, and then back to Bangkok. So yeah, boys, if you're watching this stream and you're interested in working with me in the UK or Europe this year, then I don't really have that much availability left. So yeah, if you're even considering it, then link below once this live stream is done. Apply to work with me, join the Entourage, get an entire year of dedicated coaching with me, become part of the rapidly growing movement. So yeah, I wanted to put this one out there just to expostulate something that I think is a supreme advantage that I have over most men on this planet, and something that you're also going to have if you're actually going out there and practicing this decentralized skill set of the awake 1%, which is cold approach. I think one of the reasons why guys are attracted to cold approach so much, certainly one of the reasons why I was attracted to it, was because it really is the ultimate way to separate yourself from every other guy on the planet. You know, the static spectators who are just sleepwalking their way through life and wake up when the best years are behind them. But something else about cold approach that I love is, I think for a lot of the guys who I've worked with, they kind of exhausted the route of trying to attract women through their social circle. Yeah, I think the beautiful thing about cold approach is every approach that we do, it's an opportunity to recreate ourselves, right? We're forging a new identity through the fires of adversity with every single approach. But if you've got a social circle, it's like your identity has already been established. It's like if you attempt to be something that the other people don't think that you are, then there's this incongruence of character. So I think it's difficult for you to actually break free of that paradigm. Yeah, it's almost like if you've been stuck with the same people for the past 6 months and that social circle knows you for being a certain way, if you suddenly start to act different, then it's like, I don't know, your personality is almost static. It's stuck to that social circle. And that's why I think that investing into this skill of cold approach, like actually going out there, putting your balls on the line, it's an investment into freedom. You know, whilst everyone is zigging, we're the ones who are zagging. And I think just this element of freedom is something that I've always placed high priority on. It's something that I've always fluctuated towards. It's being this sovereign individual who isn't prepared to dance the music of the masses or being constrained by the shackles of society. He goes his own way, right? He does what he wants. He goes after the things that he wants rather than settling for what he thinks he can get. And I think that's what's happening when we're actually going out there and we're putting our cold approach reps in. Yeah, I always say to you boys, it's deeper than day game. It's not just going out there and picking up girls. It's unlocking the skill that unlocks the world. So yeah, dude, like, I don't know you personally, but I think if you feel dissatisfied with your dating life at the moment, you feel as though your identity is fixed to this person that you used to be, and it's almost like you have to continue with that identity, then break free of that paradigm, right? We always have a choice. You don't need to be the way that you've always been. Like, personally, I couldn't give a flying fuck who you've been in the past. Like, if you got bullied, if you didn't receive the love that you wanted to as a child, if your friends used to laugh at you for all day, to recreate ourselves. I think confidence is very much a costume that we can choose to wear. Like, I'm big into this notion of personal renaissance, like just deciding who we want to be, acting as if we already are that person, and then making sure our actions match our ambitions. I go deeper on this in my free course. So it's called My Most Fuckable Man course. If you've not downloaded that already, then I'll link it below once this stream is finished. But I think more and more, like, I'm just realizing every single day, this really is all about mindset, right? It's like, yeah, going out there, getting girls, like, make sure that you have become the most fuckable version of you, like make sure that you look like a guy who actually gets girls, make sure you're carrying yourself like a guy who actually gets girls, make sure that you're congruent with the character who you want to portray to the world. But it's all about belief. Like, belief really is the ultimate aphrodisiac. It's like, if you still feel as though you're a complete piece of shit on the inside, then, you know, no amount of looks maxing, no amount of materialistic trophies is going to make up for that. It's about you believing you're the shit until it comes true, and then making sure your actions match your ambitions. Like, if you were the most fuckable man on the planet, like, how would you move through the world? How would you interact with women? If you saw a gob-smackingly gorgeous girl, what would you do? Well, you would most likely go over to her in a non-needy way and extend an invitation and be like, hi, you look amazing, let's go out for Mai Tais, right? Just that I want you but I don't need you type of energy. But I think this is the unfair advantage that you can have. Like, you can have this right now. Like, if after watching just this live stream, you get inspired to just go out there and start practicing this decentralized skill set of the Awake 1%, which is called Approach, you're investing into the identity of the person who you want to embody. Yeah, you're saying to the universe, this is me now, right? This is me. This is what I believe I deserve. But if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always got. I don't know about you, man, but I don't really see what the other options are. Like, this is the place I was in 4 years ago, where I looked at all of the other, let's just call it, lead acquisition systems. Like, I looked at all of the different ways I could bring beautiful women into my life. I looked at the dating apps. I didn't want to do that. I looked at the nightclub scene. I didn't want to do that. I looked at the whole, try to get women through my social circle. For me, it just seemed like a waste of time. With the guys who are coach at the moment, guys who've been down that route, they're like, it gets messy, there's a lot of drama. And for the reason of having this fixed identity, like, if you've been this, like, shy, introverted individual for the past 6 months with this social circle, and all of a sudden, after downloading my free course, you start acting in a completely different way, you're going to get undesirable feedback. You know, your group is probably going to try and claw you back because people want to see you do well. They don't want to see you do better than them. Like, wait, who do you think you are? Like, this isn't you. You are this person because that's the way you've acted for the past 6 months. Do you get what I'm saying out here? So it's our opportunity for reincarnation. Yeah, every time you go out there, every time you approach a girl, she doesn't know you, right? She doesn't know your story. She doesn't know who you've been for the past 6 months, 6 years. Like, she doesn't have a clue. All she knows is the person who's in front of her. And this should give you so much optimism and belief, because it's like Shakespeare said, the world is a stage. I do very much see day game as theatre, especially in the early days. It's like, you don't know what you don't know, right? And it just gives you this opportunity to go out there and try on different costumes, experiment without ego, speak without shame, follow your bliss, just tap into this freedom from bullshit frequency. Like, dude, when I was starting this 4 years ago, I was 23 years old. Like, I didn't know that much about the world. I didn't know that much about myself. I still hadn't yet discovered my own approach to this whole game. But by putting the reps in, by learning out loud, by documenting my process over the years and really finding my own flow, it's like, it just gives you that opportunity. Do you know what I mean? It gives you that opportunity to actually be like, right, okay, this is what's worked. Like, this is what works for me. And like removing anything from my reality that no longer resonates with me, right? And this is why it's like, it's very difficult to give cookie cutter advice, because we're all different. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you need to be more playful in your conversations, but like, you might actually not be that much of a playful person. Like, a lot of the guys who I work with, they're serious, logical thinkers, and to try and say to them, bro, like, you have to be more playful now. Like, yeah, inject some playfulness in there, but I think play to your strengths. Yeah, play to your strengths. Just be like, right, I am more serious, I am more logical. Great, you can be more seductive, you can be more grounded, you can make killer eye contact and just get that girl instantly hooked from the get-go. But do you get what I'm saying? It's just like, this skill allows us to experiment, to wear different costumes, to discover our own approach to life. Like, there really is no rules to any of this. Do you know what I mean? Just because you watch my videos online, it's not like it's the gospel. It's not like you have to think, oh, well, you know, he's doing this or he's saying that. It's like, if you go out there and you try and rinse and repeat the things that I say, it's probably not going to work for you, because it's not what I'm saying and it's not how I'm saying it. It's who I am when I'm saying it, right? And that's why regurgitating systems or formulaic lines and routines, it doesn't work. It certainly doesn't work in the long term. Like, okay, if you need a crutch at the start just to get over that initial resistance to approaching, then fine, use it. But really, this is all about identity, right? This is, I believe, more and more, it's an identity game that we're playing. I think identity is more important than vibe or state or any sort of things that come out your mouth. It's who you are. It's how compelling you feel in the current moment as an individual. It's, are you operating from a place of self-adoration, or are you operating from a place of self-deprecation? Are you approaching every single woman, rejecting yourself on her behalf and experiencing failure in advance? Yeah, like, no amount of external trappings or materialistic trophies are going to make up for that. It's all, I think, more and more, it's just this inner game. Yeah, like, internal state equals external reality. And I go deeper onto actually how to develop bulletproof belief and inner game and all that good stuff. Just download my free course, my Most Fuckable Man course. It'll lay out the foundations. It'll give you everything you need, because yeah, these are just the epiphanovas that I'm having more on a daily basis. Like, the people who I'm spending time with, like high-level individuals, I'm just like, yeah, it really all is about mindset, right? It's like, it's not chasing dreams, it's chasing standards and setting your standards high, where it's like, this is like, it's the identity that we're striving for. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's who we're becoming, and then doing what that version of us would do. But anyway, I go deeper on this in the free course, so definitely download that. And yeah, boys, I'll actually give this live stream a title once I've finished with it, because I just wanted to get this out before the connection went fuzzy. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this one, then I appreciate you. Drop it a like to show your appreciation for the free daily live stream content. If you don't like me, then I would consider unsubscribing. Probably dislike this video and never watch my videos again. But if you do like me, then yeah, like the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel, because that's what most people request. But yeah, boys, hope this video's found you well. Love you very much, and I'll speak with you tomorrow. Mwah.